All right, guys, so today we're going to have a look at sled pull technique for HYROX specifically. Okay, so we've got a little red cone here. This cone is going to signify the line that's going to be the front of your pull area. From there to the back of that pull area, so the area that you're allowed to utilize to pull the sled in, is going to be about 1 meter to 2 meters, okay? Meter and a half, actually. That'll depend on the event, actually, depend on what the space that they have available, but that's what you've got to work with. You've got to make sure that we stay within that space. Another thing to consider, you've got about 1 meter, just over 1 meter width per track. So again, when we're moving our rope out the way, make sure we're not kicking that rope into the next lane that comes over, otherwise again, you'll get penalized for that. So, first mistake a lot of people make is when they come into that front portion to hold on to the rope to create that initial pull, there's slack on the rope. So we've got to make sure that when we're on that initial pull, we've got that little bit of tension on the rope as we go through, okay? Otherwise, we'll find it'll be a bit jerky and really inefficient. So, bit of tension on. Hand position in comparison to feet. So feet stance to start are going to be wide. We want our quads and our glutes and adductors to help them moving, but not lead them moving, okay? So wide stance. Hand position is going to sit just in front of toes. And what that means is when we create that first initial lean back, the hands then become behind the toes. If we're reaching too far forward and we try to lean, we're going to be loading back and through here and the shoulder's going to be in front of our hips. We want the opposite to be happening, okay? So, hand position sits just above or just in front of where our toe line is to start. Lats engage and pull back. That part again is going to be important. Limits energy leak and creates maximum efficiency and maximum pull strength on that sled. So the first movement we want to think about is a lean. We want to use our legs as little as we humanly can because they will be plenty work the rest of the session. So what we want to do is squat down, then lean your body weight back. Once we get that body weight going, we can then create a little bit of drive and momentum. Hardest part about this is trying to get the sled moving in the first place. But our body weight, we have free. So if we can use the lean strength, it's going to create a lot more drive or a lot more momentum on that sled. And once we get it moving, it's just then a case of utilizing the quads and arms to try and continue that sled moving on. So I'll show you that again, okay? At that front line, hands are just in front of toes. We squat down a little bit. We lean our shoulder blades behind hip. So we create that momentum. We then start pulling back towards you. Now, from this position, we now have a gather of rope. We want to make sure that rope's getting kicked out the way so that we're not going to trip over it on the way back, okay? Just make sure we don't kick into the next door neighbor's track though, okay? So I'll show you that one more time. So hands just in front of toe level, sink down a little bit, lean the body back. Once you've got the momentum, create that drive all the way back, walk your hands in, keep it a hold of the rope, again, just makes it more efficient, and then we repeat that through. Obviously, the closer the sled gets to you, the easier it's going to be, because less load, obviously less lever, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Give us a back, let us know how you go.